Well, howdy y'all, and welcome back to Shrimp Ghost Builds. In today's episode, I will be showing you how I finished up the Valentine Main Street from Red Dead Redemption 2 in Minecraft. This episode includes the second hotel building, the doctors, and the sheriff. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, and comment something that you think I should build next. And now, without further ado, let's get right into building. I'm starting off this three-part build with the small, I guess it doesn't really have a name, the Red Dead fandom page calls it the East Unpainted Building, and I saw another source call it it was a second hotel. I don't remember the exact name, but they called it a hotel. I'm assuming it's a hotel as well, and it's kind of an unfinished build. You can't access it in the game, so it's a bit of a strange one, but it's just there, and it's a pretty obvious build when you go into Valentine, especially because of the canvas front, which you'll see me build with the sandstone later on. But for now, I'm just adding some more little construction details. You can see me do this in my Valentine restaurant build, which I will link in the description. And now I'm just adding the doors and filling in the windows, and I'm also adding the supports for the porch. And this sticks out a bit onto the street. And again, this build is not a complete build. Currently, I still have a few details to add to the alleyway and to the back of it. But the main structure is finished, as well as all the main structures in Valentine after this build is done. And I will just do that off camera, and I will show you that in the main tour, because I don't think it really deems its own video. It's not that important, just the landscaping. But I mean, if you guys would like it, just leave a comment and I will record it onto the video. And here you can see me just building the canvas. I used smooth sandstone slabs to just make the canvas. I tried wool and it may have had a better texture, but it didn't look as good. I couldn't layer it, and I think that makes it look more like cloth, even though it's a little thick. Now the facade is actually done, so I can move on to the side. Again, it's a very simple wall, just one window, and the rest is pretty much blank, except for the top, which has two windows and a door. And again, just filling in all the windows with the dark oak doors and the light gray stained glass. And now I move on to the back area, which has a small staircase going along the side. You can see me build that here. In the game, it spans the entire length of the building, but in Minecraft, it's a bit harder to do this. So I use this pattern that I came up with the two blocks, and then you'll see how I fill in the stairs in a second here. And it took a bit of experimenting, but I think it looks pretty good, and it fits the purpose of the build. So the way I did this is just a half slab on the bottom half, and then a stair following that, and then it just goes up again. And now I'm just adding the sign, and then I can move on to the next wall, which is just a spruce wall. There's 3 windows in it. It's not a very interesting part. I tried to add some more detail with the drain pipe going down the side. And now I'm just building the roof using spruce slabs. It's the same style I've used for most of the builds, just a half slab up and over. And it's a very simple one, but it works very effectively. And you can see me do the back here, just so it looks a bit more robust and complete. And now I'm just adding some fence details to the side, and this small overhang over the side door. And that is that building done, and we can move on to the next one. So now you can see me move on to the doctor's office. It's a very iconic building in Valentine, as it's white and it stands out pretty strong. And in the video, I had a few signs that I needed to add still, so I didn't complete that fully, but I will get that done. And you can check out all those additional details I have to do in the realm, which is linked in the description below. Also, be sure to check out the Red Dead Redemption 2 Minecraft Discord server, which is run by me and LMT Light Gaming. You can also see his channel in the description below. He's currently building the Red Dead Redemption 2 map in Minecraft, and I mean the terrain. I'm building the towns, and you can just check those out. And now I'm just building the wall. Again, this is a very simple one. It's just a few windows, and one of them is boarded up. You can see me just do those there. And again, I'm adding another drain pipe. And here I'm building the back. It's pretty much just 2 windows and birch all the way up. It's very simple. Most of this build is a very simple one. Not too much to look at. And now I'm building this little back area here. And if you've played the game, you'll remember that you can go back here and rob some O'Driscolls. And this is the area where you can discover that they are in the back there. And so on my realm, which is linked in the description, I'll probably have this as like a sort of I guess side quest, but you'll be able to go in and just kind of look around, maybe loot a few things if you can get there first. And here's just the other wall. This one is again just windows and a door. And now I can just get started on building the roof, which again is just a spruce slab design, same as the one I used on the small hotel unpainted building. And just finishing that off, and you can see me do the design on the back again as well. And with that building done, we can move on to the sheriff. So the sheriff is an interesting one. I couldn't fit sheriff on the front, so I had to make it a little bigger than it is in the game. It's about 1 block too big, but I think it looks fine in comparison to the town. It's not really noticeable unless you put them side by side. And here you can see it's just a typical facade. I added a bit more detail on this one with the signs, and also these pillars at the front. I made them look a little thicker with the brick. And overall, it's a pretty simple building, except for this little side portion that you'll see me build in a second, which houses the actual jail cells, and that's just made using bricks. And I did this roof design here, you will see in a second. It's just so that I can have walls on the side, just like that. And then I have half slabs going over that, and pressure plates on top of the walls and the brick, just to kind of hide it a little more. It's more, I guess it's less bulky than having a slab on top, and also less, I guess, different than having the trap doors. And if you look at it from the ground, it doesn't look too bad. You can see it just like that. And here I'm just building the back wall, which, again, it's just a porch on the back. If you played the game, you've seen it. It's a pretty tight area. It's not very big. So it's just the door at the bottom, and then there's another room up here where I believe the sheriff lives. I don't remember his name, but here in the game you can have a cool little encounter. And again, here you can see I changed this roof. You'll see that in a few next shots. I made it more sloped and less curved. And here I'm just building the stairs to get up to the back porch and the door on the side of the doctors. And this wall is again just a simple one, just a few windows, not too much detail, not too much going on. And now I'm just adding the roof. You can see I changed it already. I did that off camera. And after that, I start building the porch on the back, which is very simple. It just uses 1 block and then skip a slab designed for the pillars, and then I change those windows a little bit. And I also move the door over. And here you can see I'm just building up the pillars, and in between those I add some detail to make it look like they're kind of patched up. And then again, just my fence design, just the fences and the fence gates, and then add the sheriff sign, and that is the build just about done. So here you can see what the final builds look like. I'm very proud of them, and I think with some extra landscaping, it'll really just propel them to the next level, and they'll really look just like the game. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And with that, I will see you later.